Well, welcome back again to Jim Bob's garden. So, no good garden is without a mulch pit. So this is my mulch pit. And I talked in an earlier video about how we had a couple hurricanes come through and push down a bunch of trees. So what I did is I took a bunch of the logs and just kind of stacked them up. It's excess material. You can make a mulch pit from just about any kind of material. A lot of people do it with pallets. Some people spend a lot of money going out and buying cedar wood or whatever. The problem is it costs money, and I'm a hillbilly. I try not to spend a lot of money. So my goal here, well, I've already got it all stacked up from the wood that I cut previously. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these sticks that were left here from the construction. If you'll pan back over here, you can see they're still building houses over here. And they dug this pond out. This was actually two smaller ponds a while back. Well, when they did, they come around and they used these stakes to stake out my property line and where exactly they were going to do it, and then just left them behind. So I'm going to repurpose them and use them to basically just prop this up so that the logs don't come spitting out over time. Now, over time, it'll start to rot down. It'll be a little more stable. But in the meantime, I'm just going to stake it in place so that it doesn't fall down. And again, I'm not going to live in it. It's just going to be a place to throw mulch. So with that being said, now, one of the things you can do with a stick like this, you can pound it straight into the ground. I think it's easier if you make it a little pointier. So I got my machete, or a hatchet works really great, but for some reason, I think my son-in-law's got my hatchet, and I'm not really sure. I shouldn't say that with a machete in my hand, huh? Anyway, I am missing my hatchet. But all you do is just kind of hack off the ends a little bit. And, you know, we don't need it sharp enough to go fish gigging or something like that. You just need a little bit of point on it so that you can pound it in the ground a lot easier. Alright, so let me move that over here so I don't trip on it. Alright. So with that being said, now you do notice that I've got a bit of an angle going because the bottom logs are a little thicker than the top logs. So the goal is going to be to try and pound these in somewhat of an angle so that the pressure is going to be from the inside out. So once I start filling this in, that's when we'll start having pressure pushing out. So these stakes are just here just to kind of hold it in place. Like I said, it's not going to go anywhere major. We should be good there. And we'll take our stakes and just pound them in around a few spots. Now I'm leaving the little banners at the top because I'm going to come back with my chainsaw and just hack it all down. Oh, well, I guess I won't have to hack that one. They've been out here for a little while. But again, that should be fine. Just want to keep it from rolling around. I'm thinking the ends are probably going to be the biggest problem.
It's back on, it's fine, don't worry about it.
That's right. It's not a big deal. Well, I sure wish I had my hatchet. I sure do. Should be fine. Get more over here. Oh. Mama, you want to bring me the rest of that mulch that's in there? No, the stuff that's in the house. You don't mind. Oh, dang. See? Don't want to work then. Now, is this the right way? I don't know. It ought to work though. That's what I'm thinking. Like I said, I'm not planning to move in. Just planning on getting it set so that my quarters don't go flop around. I like the top of this. Yeah, that's better.
I can't see it's on the screen.
Oh, dang it.
I was trying to yell at you.
Sure did, didn't I?
It did. Everybody was like, you missed one! You missed one!
Alright. So, one fairly secure mulch pit. Now, come on over here. Let me show you what we put in it. First, these are my jugs that I have in the house. Coffee jugs work great. This is all my coffee grounds and the filters. Just toss them on there. And then whatever other scraps you have, like banana peels, apple cores. Basically, if you can eat it, it can pretty much go in here. And you can see my nice little pile of stuff that's gone in here before. Eggshells apparently add a lot of calcium to the garden, and they're really good to Just we had a lot of flies gathering. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Bugs are basically nature's janitors. They eat it up, clean it up, turn it into poop, and make it into soil. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and cover this up. Stir it around a little bit, knock down the level. What's that? Oh, that's a key. That shouldn't be in there. Stuff like this should not go in the mulch pit. Cardboard is fine, but like stuff that's got cellophane and so on it, it won't break down. Then we'll just take and cover it with a little bit of leaves. Now, right now, I don't have my primary source of mulch, which is my yard waste, because basically I don't have any grass yet to mow. Once I start mowing, I'll stack all that on there, and then it'll just get bigger and bigger. My intention obviously is to have two different piles over here. The cardboard there, here, show them the cardboard. That's not really going to be mulch. That's actually going to go up underneath some of the wood clippings to do the sheet mulch thing in the yard and other places. So I'm kind of storing it here for now. But that's a mulch pit. You can do it just flat up straight on the ground, a big pile. You can build a nice mulch area. I've seen everything from one guy online that had, like, I don't know, 10 different sections and a foot-long thermometer so he could measure the internal temperature and so on. But I'm kind of following David the Good again. He's got a book out that's called Mulch Everything that I read through. It's an excellent book, highly recommend it. I don't know him, I don't get paid for this, but like I said, it's one of the resources I've used, and it seems like it's got some good information. And he talks about how to mulch different things. But the bottom line, put a big pile somewhere, let the stuff rot. Nature loves dead things. That's what makes dirt, dead things. So take a bunch of dead stuff, put it in a pile, let it rot down, and eventually you'll have mulch. All right, let me take you over here real quick. I'll show you what we've done over here. Now in this garden area here, what I did is I took yard clippings, I basically filled it to the top, and it's slowly settled down. It's got the same kind of stuff, mostly coffee grounds, eggshells, and so on. But if you look up underneath here, man, that dirt is looking nice, it's moist. And then you can see how this is all starting to break down and turn into dirt. So hopefully what's going to happen here when we actually do start planting I'm going to rake it in a little bit, kind of stir it around, but I'm not going to dig it in because it's going to all of this is going to be a no-dig garden eventually. But this should put a lot of nutrients back into the soil, and another kind of an experiment here to see how things go and see what comes up. But I can't imagine it's not going to do well. Like I said, nature loves stuff that's dying and dead. But that's all today from Jim Bob's Garden. Please subscribe. Make comments. Let me know what you think. Tell me if I'm doing it wrong. I'm making a lot of this stuff up as I go along. I do a lot of reading online and so on, but I am by far and large not the expert. So if you got a better idea, pass it forward and I'll see if I can't figure out how to do it and show everybody else. Thanks for your time.